Arizona's state legislature is voting right now on a measure that would put a controversial immigration initiative on the ballot in November. NBC News campaign embed Alex Tabet has more from Arizona.
The Arizona state legislature is set to advance a controversial immigration bill. Sponsored by Republicans and known as the Secure the Border Act, HCR 2060 puts immigration policy on the ballot in November.
We are putting border security policy to the voters.
And bypasses the need for Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs' signature, who's come out against it. It would require welfare programs to use the federal E-Verify system to check recipients' immigration status, mandate employers to use E-Verify for contractors, and the biggest point of contention, allow state and local law enforcement officials to arrest people who cross the border illegally, a job courts have ruled falls to the federal government.
The Biden administration's failure to take care that the laws of Congress be faithfully executed has a lot to do with it.
Critics of HCR 2060 likening its ramifications to Arizona's controversial 2010 immigration policy, SB 1070. A policy that sparked nationwide protests.
State of Arizona finding itself at the center of a growing storm over its tough new immigration law.
And allowed police to question the immigration status of Arizonans.
Critics accuse Arizona authorities of racial profiling.
Known then as the Show Me Your Papers law, SB 1070 led to thousands of Latinos in the state living in fear.
We had to fear getting out of our house. We had to fear going to the grocery store, fearing going to school.
Republican state legislators like Alex Colladin say HCR 2060 is different to SB 1070.
SB 1070 had a Show Me Your Papers provision. Then I went and read this HCR. It's not in there.
But Democrats like State Senator Flavio Bravo, who represents one of the most diverse districts in the state, think vaguely worded language in the bill could leave his constituents living in fear.
They shouldn't have to live in fear that they would be detained or apprehended or asked about their immigration status when they're just trying to work and provide for their families.
With the state house set to vote, the fate of Arizona's immigration policy potentially up to voters in November.
And joining me now is Alex Tabet, of course, our NBC News Embed. Alex, great reporting there. Now, voting is really happening right now. This is all in likelihood going to the voters. How are Arizonans viewing this issue? And is it something that's expected to be popular given sort of the politics of immigration as we've laid out?
Well, Yamiche, as you might expect, Republicans are for HCR 2060, the voters who I've talked to at least. They say that the immigration crisis, as they call it, what's happening on the southern border is a serious issue that needs to be addressed, and this is the best way forward. Remember, Arizona is a border state. Democrats saying that, they're afraid about what this might do to their communities. They're afraid of the specter of SB 1070, and they point to the potential for racial profiling in HCR 2060. Now, the conventional wisdom might be that this ballot initiative would help Republicans, given how Republicans have been polling on the topic of immigration, particularly this cycle. But I did talk to one GOP strategist who told me that this could potentially backfire on Republicans. He said, Republicans who are voting on immigration are showing up to the polls anyway. But what this might do is galvanize young Latino voters who maybe weren't necessarily feeling President Biden, weren't necessarily feeling former President Donald Trump, but all of a sudden they have a reason to go out and vote against HCR 2060 in fear that somebody who's undocumented in their lives could be affected. So that is the way that it could shake out, at least potentially, come November, should this make it on the ballot. Yamiche?
Well, I also want to ask you, there are opponents of this. I wonder, do they have any avenues to keep this off the ballot at this point?
Well, there is technically a 10-day period after this passes through the state legislature for it to be challenged. But I've talked to Democrats in both chambers of the state legislature who've admitted that it's very, very unlikely they'll be able to successfully challenge HCR 2060. So if it passes the state house today, it is for all intents and purposes going to be on the ballot in November. Hamish.
Yeah, well, great reporting from Arizona as always. Thanks so much, Alex.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.